This is our very first video, and we're super awkward.
It's us. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna video Victor taking a tour of the bus.
We might have a cat joining us here too. There's Frolic. Curious. We'll see. All right, so
Here we go.
okay, here we go. See the inside. We have my office, basically. Driver's area.
This is old school vintage.
84.
Look at this.
Yeah.
We can play cassette tapes in here.
It's not connected to speakers right now, but it turns on. Well, it doesn't right now because all the power's off in the coach, but I'm going to close this door because it's cold out here. It has the original handle, which is, I kind of actually like.
Opening and closing the door with that.
Yeah. And then there's a latch on the door itself.
This is kind of cool. Inside this compartment, you can change the sign. Right now it says local, but it's full of western cities.
Where the bus used to be, I think, a Greyhound bus, probably.
It was probably a Greyhound, and it serviced the whole west.
Yeah. And so we have work to do. This window, as you can see.
This window has some problems.
Double pane, leaking, front windshield sweep leaking. We had rain the other day, and we had a little water here. And yeah, a few things. Auto trans, which is transmission down here. Air operated again, emergency brake, air operated. The brake is air operated. I think that the throttle is as well. It does have power steering, which is really helpful. Horns don't work with them without the electric on in the air. Pretty comfortable seat. I need to deal with getting it loosened up to move around a little bit. But other than that,
I'm not sure I can fit there. I think I might be too short.
yeah, we're gonna have to be able to move it forward so you can get up,
Yeah.
closer in. But all the things to do. So,
Person before us put in some nice wood. I guess it's pine.
I think it's pine. They said cedar, but I'm pretty sure it's pine. We're gonna get probably rid of the homemade built-out couch, which
Homemade couch.
they designed it so that it can pull out. I don't know if there's a release on this somewhere, but it pulls out to make a bed, the two.
Oh.
And then it also folds up
Wow.
to get the access underneath.
Okay.
Which obviously that's a little bit hard to see, but we're not really keeping that. So
We're not keeping the crib.
no,
Thankfully, we have no need for that.
probably I don't think we're gonna end up using this table either. And this little, it's probably a 8 or 10 cubic foot fridge is gonna be too small for us. So we'll do something else with that.
Gas stove.
Yeah, 3 burner with oven. It's fairly new. It's been used, but it's fairly new. Cabinets are all IKEA and soft close, which is nice. And we may move some of these around to fit our needs.
Well, and also right here is where we're putting another bedroom.
Yes, we're gonna change that.
Our teenager needs a bedroom.
We're not gonna probably have a real sort of open lounge living room space. It'll be central kitchen.
We'll see.
In here, and that's largely because of this.
Not all coach buses have the solar inside. A lot of the time it's underneath.
But there are advantages to having it inside with keeping the batteries temperate and working better. But so all of the electric for the bus right now, AC for fridge and lights and stuff, and the 12 volt and 24 volt DC is all here. This battery has a huge capacity, 6.75 kilowatt of storage space. There are 6 280 amp lithium batteries, which are great. It's a huge investment on its own.
That's pretty cool.
Sink is there and working underneath the sink. We have to replace one of the filters, broke over the winter froze. This is a reverse osmosis water filtration system.
Reverse osmosis.
Yeah, with 4 gallons of reservoir here, pressure tank. So you have 4 gallons ready to go, and that's pretty cool.
This is adorable, but we're not keeping it because the previous owner's 2-year-old wants it back, or what? The mom wants it back.
Yeah.
But how cute is that?
Yeah, it's very cool.
That was a very cheerful thing to find when we got this bus home.
Yeah. Windows need cleaning, of course. So we're gonna have to rearrange the layout here.
This will be a bathroom.
Probably this goes away. Probably this wall goes away, and then we bring this wall all the way over to here so that we have room for shower, sink, toilet, and passageway. Because we can't move this stuff, we would rather not move this stuff.
Oh, right.
It goes into the roof. This is where the solar wires come down from the solar panels to the solar system. The inverter is down in the under bay, the luggage bay. Obviously we need a window there that broke.
We're not keeping the tub, which is kind of cool, but
yeah,
not that big and probably not that comfortable.
Yeah, certainly don't want to lounge in that. In the back, this bed is not a layout that we really prefer, so we're gonna move it. Right now it's a king size bed on its side.
A Murphy bed would be awesome, but I don't know if we can do that or not.
Yeah, I mean I'm 6'1", and I'm really just right about at the top. My head is taller, obviously. Get my horns out of the way. But it's tall enough I don't feel like without the hat on, I don't feel like I need to duck or I'm gonna hit stuff, which is nice. But
emergency exit, that's good.
yeah, these things are escape hatches and they work. And there's 2 max air fans, which are 12 volt electric AC. I'm not sure if it's 12 volt or AC. Curtains and windows. It's simple, but it works. These actually have opened these yet, so not sure.
That's nice.
They just tip out.
We're going to add catios somehow.
Yes.
And that's going to be a whole other exploration.
Yeah, we have to figure that part out. Not sure. There's a lot of unknowns yet. We're gonna have fun figuring it out as we go. Some wall finishes will probably change, maybe some paint. Finishes on the ceiling, maybe natural or not. We might.
Oh, we need to put something on the wood.
We might redo this. They chose to do it at an angle rather than following the curve of the bus, which reduces headroom here. We're probably going to have an aisleway about 2 feet over here. Hallway, and so that's going to be potentially a problem here.
We also want to seal the wood because mold has been an issue for us. Big issue.
There's no AC right now, but there are diesel heaters that are wired in, which are really a great thing.
And it came with this mini split?
The mini split has AC, but you need to mount it and mount the compressor outside or underneath. So I think what we'll do next is head outside and show you the systems underneath the bays.
Hey, she doesn't know it, but she's going to live in the bus. She's being daring coming all the way out here. I thought she might be afraid of it.
This bay needs a tension and needs some latches. Some of these bays need work. This is the propane system for the on-demand hot water heater. It has a switch to turn it on and off here, the solenoid, which is nice. Probably going to rearrange this some, just depending on what else we need to put in here, add to it. And the water bay, which I'm going to change around as well, because this is the gray water drain, I want to get more of an RV style, bigger gate valve that we can hook up to dump stations and stuff like that. Water pump, accumulator, fresh water. I think it's 120 gallons of fresh and 120 of gray. The fill is on the other side of the bus. And typically with RVs, the fill and drains are on the other side of the bus. So it's on the wrong side for most dump stations, which is a little bit of an inconvenience. If we're changing things around and it doesn't take that long to change around, it makes sense to put it. Is empty right now, except the spare tire, not mounted. Wheel chocks, diesel tanks, and
what's that metal thing running down the middle? Looks like
that is the air beam. In the middle of that are copper lines with all of the air to the front brakes, the airbags, the wipers.
So most of the bus is powered by air.
Yeah. I have to get manuals. I'm not sure. I'm not educated enough yet. The compressor may be in the front or it may be in the back. I'm not sure which. I'll probably think about adding an electric compressor to it so that we can have the air system aired up without running the engine, which I've seen some other bus conversion guys do, which is nice. And it can go potentially back here by the engine. There's this place where you can take on or take off water.
Old engine.
So this big part over here is the transmission, and then from here back is the motor. And if I open the doors, we get more light.
I have no idea what I'm looking at, but I'm sure someone else does.
It's a two-stroke diesel, Detroit diesel. It's a 6V92 with a turbo. So that's the model. Radiators up here. Actually, I haven't opened this top, but there's a blower in here that moves air around to cool the engine and through the radiators. And the belt is what's doing there. Turbo needs some exhaust work. Transmission, air filter, and checking the level of transmission and adding fluid and stuff like that. It's all back in there. These buses are super tight to get into. There it is. The most room for passengers inside. Other side of the bay, this is one of the diesel heaters. It's about, I think they're about 8,000 BTU. Let's say it in kilowatt, but it's equivalent to about 8 or so. So they work really well. They put out a nice hot heat.
Dry heat.
Yeah. Other side of the wet bay, and
what's that yellow stuff in there?
This is a tank for the diesel heater.
Oh,
it's diesel in that, and this is 3,000 watt inverter. Then behind the inverter is the another element of the solar system you can't get to unless you go around and point it back that way. Way back over there. That other blue thing is a charge controller for the solar panels and the battery. Extra wiring and such. I think I really want to change this fill around that goes all the way over to the outside of the coach, and it's a long ways to go for that pipe to be just rattling around. So I'm not sure about that. Might be more efficient. This is where satellite internet comes in from the dish on the top, and I'm just completely blanking on the name of the company.
Starlink.
Starlink. There you go. Thank you.
Elon.
Yes. This bay door needs work. And then we have on-demand hot water heater.
That's
propane.
nice.
Another diesel heater, which is what's connected to that tank on the other side. A lot of wasted space here. I think we're going to need to change this around and maybe remount some stuff. I don't like the idea of having this combustible thing with pilot light in the same area as the propane tanks.
Oh.
And the same with the diesel heater.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We have to kind of think about that, figure that out.
Oh.
Do some more research.
Can smell the propane tanks. They
It's
have a
normal.
smell.
Yeah, I want to check those. I need to get some water on them, make sure they're not leaking. Bubbly water, you know, soapy
Okay.
water. I have to do that with the airlines that all go through the coach to brakes and all those kinds of things and airbags, because they are leaking, I'm sure, massively. You can hear air. If you can hear air, it's leaking.
That sounds like a real pain to fix.
Yeah, I have to air it up, use some wood to block it up because it's a very heavy vehicle, and if the air suspension gives out, it will go to this level. So if you can get underneath this safely when it's without air, then you can be under it when it's aired up. Otherwise, you need jack stands or cribbage or heavy duty wood blocking in order to safely get under the bus without risk of getting crushed, which nobody wants.
Oh, that would change our plans a little
I
bit.
think so. I'm not up for that. But, yeah, so the rest is already covered in the other walk around video, so that's the quick and dirty tour. And we can't actually flip it around.
Oh, okay.
So without turning it off.
All right, that's the tour. Hopefully the next time we do one of these, some things will have changed, or at least we'll have a little more information.
We'll do some.
Frolic is excited about it. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.
If you have any questions, let us know down in the comments. We'll do our best to answer them. See you again.